Barely did it in time. Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Dr. Cush. We got all the lights on, most of the lights on, and we are here tonight to make a cocktail called the Great Pretender. Now, coming from an odd spot. Thomas Rott, coming from an odd spot, a place called New York. Heard of it? It's a new settlement on the East Coast, named after an English colony called York. Teeny tiny town. Anyway, out there, those boys think that they do tiki. Maybe they do. In fact, I'm sure they do very well. This is coming from a place called the Death and Co. Death and Co. I believe it's an Emily Dickinson poem that's named. We don't have to get into all of it, but anyway, we're going to talk about how some bars have a mix. They find a flavor profile that just works for them. And so instead of having to grab 3 bottles constantly, they mix it all together. We're going to talk about Death & Co.'s Tiki Mix. And then we are going to make an overproofed 151%, can't be right, 151 proof, 75.5% proof rum cocktail. And then we're going to drink it. Oh, and Tiki Court. If you're listening, Tiki Court is our newest regular. Tiki Court has a bottle ceremony coming for her. So Tiki Court, think of what bottle you'd like to put your name on here. We will put it on there. And if you can't think of one right now, that's fine. Think of one later. We'll figure it out. Until then, watch this introduction, and then I will come back, and then we'll do the show. That whole part wasn't the show. Doesn't even count. Whatever I said there, forget about it. Bye.
Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink.
People have been, okay, let's start from a different place. Start with a different energy. Listen, tiki drinks are famously a lot of ingredients. And if you can find something that works for a lot of ingredients, great. The boys over at, I guess boys and girls, the people, everybody, hanging out over at Death & Co., they knew the history of tiki. These are cocktail scholars. Cocktail historians, these guys are. And they knew that it wasn't cheating to pre-batch a bunch of stuff, because that's how it all started. We had Dawn the Beachcomber in the back, hiding recipes, pre-batching everything. So it's technically, them's the rules. They read the rule book, they got it right, and we're going to talk about their cocktail called The Great Pretender by a guy named Thomas Watt. What? Do I have Pee-wee saying what? Give me a second. I think Pee-wee says what in here. Just gotta find it. Hold on while this connects. It says his name is Thomas. What? What? Thomas Watt. W-A-U-G-H-T. So think about all that. Put that in your brain, and let me say hello to the people. While you guys are thinking, oh my goodness, look at all this chitting and chatting. Oh, there we go. Wow. Miles of chat today. Let me say hello. Oh, Bootopia's back, everybody. Well, can we bring Bootopia back? Let's give him a... Good to see you, Bootopia. Always a pleasure, as we say, never a chore. There is Shiny Panamaker. Good evening to you. Tiki Court, our newest regular. Tiki Court. Regulars get their names on bottles. So you let me know which bottle you would want it on. There are some fun ones that are always being seen up here. Nobody's ever put their name on this one, and I always make a big deal of it because I always forget how to say it. pay shows. There, I said it. There's also a lot of other great bottles back here. We have, just a ton of them. We got a 151 bottle that just got in that you can throw your name on there. Think about it. Think about which one you want. And then also, while she's doing that, everybody else, she's busy. So now you tell everybody else how your week's going so far. And that's what we want to hear from you guys. It's just 3 of you guys chatting for a long time. And then we're just going to scroll. Tiki Bonbon is here, winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby, ready to go in the house. She sent me a lovely care package. We're going to be using part of her care package today. We're going to be using the rest of it over the next couple weeks. So get ready for that. We got a bunch of vanilla. We're going to get deep into our vanilla days. Vanilla, in my opinion, is the best flavor of dessert. Come at me. You want to fight about chocolate? I don't want to do it. Greetings to you, Moose. Moose. Now I've left the Pee-wee page, unfortunately. Amy Beer is here. We'll see Amy Beer in Arizona at the Arizona Tiki Oasis. My seminar is due in like a few days. So we're on high alert here for Dr. Cush missing a deadline. Everybody is very, very nervous about Dr. Cush missing a deadline. Don't worry about it. I will hit this deadline. Kyle Tender is here. We're going to leave the animal page now and go over here. That's what he wanted. Bonbon wants to know who's going to go. We're going to figure it out. Okay, Dog, Captain Jack and Coke, and Tiki Court will all be there. I have a feeling that Papa Umau Mau will also be there. Oh, what's up, Cooper? Cooper's here too, guys. Cooper and I go way back. Good friends, me and Cooper. They called us the Coop and the Cush. We used to hang out and we used to make rap records. The Coop and the Cush. About, what do you make rap records about? About cars, mostly. Coop and the Cush. Roger G is here. Good to see you out there shoveling slush. That's a bummer. Sorry, buddy. It's cold here too. I don't want to make it all about me, but you guys did tune in to watch me. So it was in the low 70s here. Freezing. That's why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. Absolutely insane. We got a couple people over on Kick that want to start a fight. We're going to leave them alone. Captain Jack and Coke is here. Aloha. Aloha. Motu Jen. Oh, producer extraordinaire. Deadline warrior extraordinaire. Cush keeper and liner extraordinaire. 3 extraordinaires. Triple extraordinaire. Paul Bellamaro is here. Happy after Thanksgiving to you as well. Pal UF Mark, resident Gator. Sorry about the Gators. That's a college football thing. Don't worry about it. And that's what I got. Yeah, Kyle Tender here. Okay, that is what I got for you in the intro. What are we, 15 minutes in? Let's make a cocktail now. Okay. Calm down. Okay. Thomas Watt. Thomas Watt created a cocktail. He stood on the shoulders of giants, but that is how we do things. You're not meant to create a brand new cocktail. A lot of the stuff that I saw about this cocktail online were like, he uses Death & Co.'s the whole thing. They said, no thank you. No. Nobody's at your front door. Oh gosh, it's all over the place. Pee-wee? There we go. I meant to hit the Watt button, and then I hit the doorbell button. He was working at Death & Co., working with all his buddies, all his friends, and decided to try his hand at something. This is how I assume the story goes. Decided to try his hand at something, and took a bit of their Tiki mix, which is incredibly simple to make, but sometimes that is how it works. Incredibly simple ingredients all put together make a whole brand new situation. That's what all of this bartending is all about anyway. If you all knew exactly what the cocktail was going to be when you started mixing it, why would we do this? Just drink the booze. You're good. Yes, sorry everybody. I did not mean to hit the doorbell sound. I know that's everybody's doorbell sound. So yes, sorry Raj. Heart bleeding for me. Trying to make this all work. So anyway, this is coming out of New York. A lot of Tiki drinks. This is coming out of New York. A lot of Tiki drinks do not come out of New York. This is Thomas cocktail, and it is called The Great Pretender. Let's just get into it. We'll talk about it as we get into it. 17 minutes in. Let's find matching things. We'll do 2 golds today. There we go. We're going to start with our shakers, completely empty. Both completely empty. And let's get into, we're going to start off with with the Tiki mix. All right, so this is a Tiki mix. I want to just see what this Tiki mix tastes like to begin with. It's 3 ingredients. This is the Death & Co. Tiki mix, and it starts with pineapple, very tiki, lime, pretty tiki, not the most tiki, tikier things, but pretty tiki situation. And then a little bit of vanilla simple syrup. Now we do not, or we haven't at least in the past, really made a lot of vanilla simple syrup, so we're going to show you how Dr. Cush creates vanilla simple syrup on the fly. But you got to get good vanilla extract. That's important, and we'll talk all about vanilla extract in the coming shows. Some sort of amount of shows. We will talk about it. Let's get into it. We're gonna start off with pineapple. Now, I've come to a conclusion that I very much like frozen pineapple juice. It's so simple. You get a pineapple juice. Let me tell you the process. Get a pineapple, juice the pineapple. Pineapple's juiced. Okay, now you got enough pineapple to last you a little bit. But you have a little extra pineapple. What are you gonna do with that extra pineapple? I got a plan. Freeze it. Freeze it. It's great. Put it in, find one of these little ice cube trays that has half-ounce containers. If anybody's ever asking you to put 3/4 of an ounce of pineapple juice, tell them to kick rocks. Tell them it's either half an ounce or it's a full ounce. And then just squeeze one of these out. We need half an ounce. This is Death & Co. They do it by parts. Roll up half of my mustache for that. They do it in parts. So we're going to do half a part. But we're doing it in ounces, though. Half an ounce of some pineapple juice. If it doesn't make that sound, it's not right. If it doesn't make that sound, it's not right. Pineapple juice should come now in frozen bits. Next week, when I get a new pineapple, I will change all that. We also need half an ounce or half a part of some lime juice, and I don't want to make anybody too proud of me. Spent today when I should have been editing. Instead, I made pseudo juice. So this is our pseudo juice. We're back into it, so I don't have to squeeze limes anymore. Uh-oh. Professional bartender doesn't have a jigger. Hold on. There's got to be one here somewhere. Got it. Had one. We're going to go ahead and put in half an ounce of some lime juice. If you haven't tried the pseudo juice experiment yet, highly recommend. I highly recommend you get on some pseudo juice. It's got that same sharpness that real lime juice has. It's basically shelf stable, so you don't even have to refrigerate it if you don't want to. Just keep it in an airtight container, and it lasts for freaking ever with all of that goodness in it. I think I have a whole video on pseudo juice, so go watch it there. Next, in order to get that spice, this is what they were thinking. I assume this is what Thomas was thinking. All right. 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak, and a little spice to make this all nice. So, if you are going to make a tiki mix, you're going to need to have a little spice in here. Now, are we talking chipotle peppers? Are we talking about cayenne? No, we're not talking about any of that stuff. We're not talking about garam masala, although I think that would probably be delicious. We want something to add some flavor into this. So something like a tea, something like a bark, or a pod. Pods can be spices. So what pod are we using? Vanilla pods. Vanilla little pods. So we're going to take a little bit of this. We're going to just mix this right into a... We're going to take one of these guys, just this teeny tiny bit, because we don't use a lot of vanilla syrup here. Although I say that, and now I feel like I'm saying that a lot more. So maybe we should just make some vanilla syrup. But in the meanwhile, we're going to take a little bit of simple syrup. All right, this is 2-to-1 simple syrup. We're just going to pour it right in there. There we go. 2-to-1 gloopy simple syrup. Put this back in the refrigerator because we're not going to use it again. And then we're going to go searching. We're going to pick up every one of these, and the last one we pick up is going to be the vanilla. Found it. This is just real vanilla extract, or real vanilla. I guess it's an extract. It's a vanilla tincture is what it is. No sugar added to it. It is a 120 proof vodka. And then I put some vanilla beans in it and let that sit for about 6 months. You get this really nice vanilla tincture. It has that spice that we're looking for. It has that the big flavor, that tincture that we're looking for. And we're just going to add a few drops into here until we get that vanilla flavor that we want. So we're just going to go ahead and give that a squeeze like that. And then we get to taste. So we're going to swirl. Make sure this all gets mixed in there. We got 2 to 1 on this simple syrup, and it's been sitting in the refrigerator. So we're going to find real quick that isn't going to mix immediately. So a quick little stir beforehand until we get that really nice golden color to it. And then we're going to taste this like a bartender. For some reason, bartenders think that this part of their hand, not their thumb, but the part connecting to it, is a clean part of their hand. And so they always put little drops right here. Whoop. Look at that, little drop. And then we taste. You can wait 6 months. You can waste a bunch of simple syrup by making a vanilla simple syrup, or you can just make the tincture, which never goes bad, and then just simple syrup, which you can use for other things, and just mix it in. It's very nice, very simple to do. And then you can sort of adjust the amount of vanilla you want in there as it goes. We're gonna do something bartenders shouldn't do. Oh my goodness, that's so good. How much of this? Half an ounce. We need half an ounce then of some vanilla syrup. This right here that I have just made right in front of your eyes, like it's a magic trick, but you're seeing it from behind the scenes, is Death & Co.'s Tiki mix. So when they are about to make you a Tiki drink, Death & Co. is pretty bespoke. They have a pretty good menu, but if you walk up and say, hey, just can you make me something Tiki, there's a really good chance they're going to reach for a bottle that is in another bottle. You know, like it'll be a bottle of Martinique rum with the label ripped off of it, and it'll just say Tiki mix. There's a pretty good chance they'll throw in here. How come? Why not? Because it's simple. That pineapple juice hasn't melted, unfortunately. Let's just give this a little backhanded crushy crush. I'm just going to crush that pineapple first. I just want to taste what the stuff tastes like, what the mix tastes like. We're going to attack it like we're an ape trying to get ants out of a log. Yeah. Okay. Smells like all those things. Smells like lime. Smells like vanilla. Smells like pineapple. We're just going to taste a touch so we don't affect how this goes. Put a little bit right here because we are filthy. There we go. And then taste. That's phenomenal. Wow. Wow. Everything comes through, and right off the bat, that tastes very tiki. So we're in a good spot. Thank you, Death & Co. What a great base of a cocktail to make for tiki drinks. You guys out in New York doing all the right stuff. We need a couple extra things in here. We're going to need a rum. Which rum? Why rum? Who rum? Hoorah. We're going to start over here with Hamilton 151 proof. Why not? 151 proof, 75.5% alcohol, getting us up to 151 proof. All the way to the roof. Why not? Why not? I think that we'll have enough sweet in here, enough other sours in here, enough of the other flavors to sort of cover up all the extra ethanol we're going to throw in here. So let's put it in. And because these are New York guys and gals, these are your New Yorkers, they're going to need something strong. So we're going to put in a full 2 ounces of 151 proof. Some people say it should be with the Smith & Cross. They say the Smith & Cross works really well in here. Other people, and I don't know what Thomas has to say about this, but I was gifted a bottle of 151, so we're going to use it. So we're going to go ahead and put in say it again. We're going to go ahead and put in two ounces of 151 proof Demerara rum coming from Guyana. There we go. This is Hamilton's brand. If you guys don't know who Ed Hamilton is, familiarize yourself. He will be on the test. Put this down here for right now. He will be on the test. The acceptable answers are he is the one of the leading rum experts in the world, a man who has spent his life putting rums together, searching out old rums, making new rums, and truly bringing rum to the forefront of the popular consciousness. That'll be one answer I'll accept. The other answer I will accept will be this. So if you're answering a question on the test, do that first thing I said, or just this. He has a great mustache. Okay, we also need to put in a little bit of cinnamon. We want a little extra spice. So I'm going to take our thing of cinnamon simple syrup. You can tell it's cinnamon because there's cinnamon in there. It does get a little stronger as it goes, but hopefully we use enough quickly. That won't be bad. We only need about a bar spoon of this. This is just going to give us a little cinnamon because this is not the only cinnamon that we are adding to this cocktail. So about a bar spoon of 2-to-1 cinnamon simple syrup. Give that a stir. Make sure that your spoon comes out clean with just a little reflection. So if anybody wants to, they can see what the room looks like that I'm recording this in. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You will be disappointed. Okay, throw this here. And that is it. That is it. We have to prep our glass. Let's see real quick. I feel like people have been saying something. And now I don't. Now, oh my goodness. You guys are still chitting and chatting all over the place. Oh, let me say hello to Farah. There should be a U somewhere in there. Faru, but not in that place. Faru Kinisa. Faru Kinisa. Hello, Faru Kinisa. Welcome. Yeah, can we call you Faruku? That would make it much easier. Couldn't make the Trinidad issues taco because they didn't have any pineapple juice. Yes! There we go. But the Trinidadi issues. That's a funny name for a cocktail. Yeah, frozen pineapple juice. Super easy to make. Super, super easy to make. And then the problem with pineapple juice is if you juice a whole pineapple, you get a lot of juice. And then you put that juice in the refrigerator. What happens to all that whole situation? Well, if you don't drink it quick enough, it goes rancid. We don't want that. Can't have that. Not interested in that story even a little bit. So just keep enough fresh for your, say, 5 days and then freeze the rest of it. You don't even have to keep it in the little ice cube trays. Screw that. Freeze it, then pop all those little trays out, put it into a little baggie. You're good to go. Anyway, it's hot enough to melt the snow. Yes, yes, Hamilton rocket fuel for the win. No doubt about it. This stuff it'll get you. And let me say hello to my dad, joining late. Hello, Dad. Okay, gotta shake it. Gotta shake it. Oh, we gotta prep our glass. Take out a nice frosty glass from the old freezer. Got a few cubes that didn't really make it. So we're going to throw that into there. There we go, with our hands. Disgusting, kind of. And then we are going to give this a big fat shake. This is a tiki drink. It has lime in it. So we're going to shake it. There's juice in here. There's all kinds of syrups in here. Stuff that won't mix well by just stirring. We'll get different specific gravities. We're going to put a few cubes in here. We're going to give this a nice hard shake. Ready? Here we go. It's that 151 trying to escape. Okay, we have to prep our glass. How are we going to prep our glass? Well, cinnamon and sugar. If anybody remembers, do kids still drink? I don't have kids. Do kids still eat this? Cinnamon toast, a little butter, a little cinnamon sugar. Sprinkle that on, like the greatest thing of all time. This is a frosty glass, so we should have just a little bit of moisture on here. So we are just going to slowly dip this all the way on one side. Just gonna try and get that nice and even so that we get a nice. Do I have a piece of black paper? I think I might. There we go. I've had this at the bar for a while, so we can see how cocktails look without all those lights behind them. Look at that. Beautiful. What a day. This is what it looks like when I'm here. We have that nice, let's spin it. We have that nice amount of cinnamon sugar, but I didn't put it all the way. I don't know how much I'm going to like having cinnamon sugar on the rim yet, so I'm giving myself a little bit of an out. On this side, it's the out. This side, that is the in. Right there. Let's reach back here, grab ourselves a Hawthorne strainer, and dump this right in here. How do we do on our wash line? Yeah, it's a pretty good wash line. That's pretty darn good. Not exactly right, but right in the neighborhood. I might have spilled just a touch of it, so that might account for something. This is it. Coming out of the great state of New York, probably somewhere in New York City, because that's, of course, where Death & Co. is, although I don't know if he created it in New York City. He could have created it in any one of the other boroughs. But he definitely served it at Death & Co. This is our good friend, Thomas, who made this drink, and we're going to try it. Very simple to make. Let's see how it drinks. That's good. That's really good. It's warm. I shook it for a while. I poured it into a very cold glass, so it's not the heat that's doing it. The 151 rum will give you the impression that your drink is a little warmer than it normally is. It really has some Listen, you can hide 151 in a lot of ways, or you can say, honestly, I'm done with society. I'm not going to follow society's norms anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and put 151 in as my normal base, bucking all conventions and truly telling the rest of us that you no longer care to be part of our society. You are going to have a 151 proof rum in 2 ounces in a single drink, and you're going to walk off into the sunset and hopefully, find some cowgirl somewhere. And I feel like that's what Thomas has done today. He really gave us something interesting. If you, I assume, if you are not looking to start a fight tonight or, a party, I don't know what kind of drunk you are. If you're not looking to start something tonight and you want to throw in something a little less boozy, I think specifically this is more or less just a pineapple, vanilla, cinnamon daiquiri. I have a feeling you can throw in a different type of rum. I wouldn't throw in anything too light, though. It is a lot of rum, but there are also a lot of flavors. So you want to taste that rum, so find something. I think the Smith & Cross probably was the way to go. But there we go. Cheers. Yes. My father doxing himself real quick. So there you go. OFTD, yes, OFTD would be a great sub. OFTD is 60%. It's right around in those percentages. Yeah, something nice and high. I think that honestly, the drink works really well with the 151. If you can find an overproofed rum that isn't 151, I think you might find that's going to be a slightly simpler sip. It might be a slightly simpler sip to do that, but I think you can pull this off with 151. It's just, you know, big time. This is big leagues, folks. There's no crying in this baseball. Mm. Yeah, that's really good though. I really like it. So thank you to Thomas for creating this cocktail. Yes, it lights on fire perfectly. Yes, I think I would recommend to most of you that if you do smoke, maybe give it up for this drink. This has what we call in the business the flaming Homer effect. This will absolutely light your insides on fire. And I don't know how many times you've tried to do that. It's very difficult to put out. So I do have 3 bottles of 151, just exploring options. I have to ask, are the bottles exploring the options, or is Shawnee? I think Shawnee might be exploring the options here. If the bottles are going through a bit of an existential crisis, you know, we're 151. We never get our own drink. Hey, give them a little purpose. The Great Pretender. Okay, that's the drink. Tiki Court, who just yes, Sean's exploring. We answered that question. It's Sean that's exploring. It is not that his 151 is contemplating its navel, trying to figure out what's going on. Tiki Court, do you have a bottle that you would like to name on this back bar? Or you can think about it. You let me know. I'm going to talk to the people for a second. I'm going to stay away from elimination. Is that self-elimination? Oh, please add my name to a deserving bottle, dealer's choice. Oh, so I'm the dealer. Okay, let me find a great bottle for Tiki Court that we use a lot that isn't up here yet. Do you want it to be rum? Should it be rum? Or should we go with something weirder? There's Liquor 43, but we don't use enough Liquor 43. Honestly, Tiki Court, I would be willing to give you all tequila because we really only use 1 bottle of tequila. So anytime we have a tequila cocktail, there would be your name. Yeah, we're not a tequila bar. We really aren't a tequila bar, so we only really use 1. And you know, in the end, DC has all gin. We really only use the 1 gin. There, my dad's yelling Tanqueray. I don't carry Tanqueray. Let's see, what's a fun bottle we use all the time but doesn't have anybody's name on it yet? Paul's got a Hamilton Beach, like a high proof rum there. We don't use that as much as I'd like to, but we do use it sometimes. Oh, I mean, you know what a fun bottle is? Oh, we don't use it ever though. I was gonna say. And then I'm sure Shawnee at some point might want the Campari. So we're not going to put you on Campari. Yeah. Yes. Tiki Bonbon is calling for rum, bitters, anything. Yeah, bitters, pay shots. Honestly, I think Tiki Court, it could be rum, bitters. Yeah, I really think you're going to want your name right here on the pay shows. This is my thought on it. Then you would be right there with Amy Beer and the Nordstroms, and that would complete the set because this guy is completely unclaimed and he's always on the bars. So if you're a glutton for that, we're gonna start you. Oh, good. Okay, so I think that's perfect. All right, great. We're gonna put you right here on the pay shows. That means that at this point, however Tiki Court says pay shows, that's the correct way. So I don't want Frank coming in here with all his voodoo and telling me that I'm not saying it right, because it's now Tiki Court's bottle. I'll put this right here, wrap this around, get this that I threw earlier, and let's go ahead and throw on Tiki Court. Oh, T I K I. Did I give myself enough space? Just enough. C O U R T. Tiki Court. Look at that. Let's give it a spin. You know what? Since it's a tiny bottle, I think it's important that we see the whole thing. I'll plug my phone, plug this in here, turn the lights on, turn the lights down. Not have it be a disco. There we go. And we'll give that a little spin. There's Tiki quartz bottle. Look at that. What a bottle. What a good choice. Really, really good. Yes. Dang. Tiki. This is Melanie. You guys might know her as Cocktail Lulu. Tiki Tuesday came and went. Sorry for missing class. That's all right. We'll get you next time. So thank you, Tiki Court, for being a member, or sir, first, not a member, being a regular at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. That's a big one. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of my oh dang, I spelled it with a U. Oh no. Thanks, Dad. No, I did it wrong. Do that again. You guys are gonna just watch me spell again. T I K I C O no U R T. There we go. Tiki Court. It's kind of taking its time to get around, but K-Dog had a difficult time with naming me. Forgot that you? Honestly, way to go. Yes, he was an English major. Tiki Court. We've done it. Thank you, Tiki Court, for being a regular here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. You have now joined the illustrious crew of the On the Bar group. I think that is a very fun bottle to have your name on there. We will try to use more of the Peychaud's, or, to be honest, Tiki Court, however you want to pronounce it, bitters. These Louisiana-style bitters. We'll try and get them on there, but now you are on the table. Good work. Okay. That is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back here on Thursday. Dang, I have... Oh, okay. Tell me what you guys want. Tell me what you guys want. My thought on Thursday is don't forget to show everyone the... Oh, yes! Forgot about the ornament. Maybe you guys have seen it. Amy Beer sent me a freaking tiki ornament. Is that the cute? So what that means is now I'm in the market for a teeny tiny tree that we can hang ornaments on during the Christmas season. So thank you to Amy. I'm going to give Amy first rights at naming this little ornament, but if she wants to leave it up to the group is also very good at naming things. So think about a name for this this little I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. I said somebody was built like a ham sandwich the other day, and this guy I feel like is absolutely built like a ham sandwich. So my first thought on it was Hamilton. Because, of course, Hamilton rum, and he's built like a ham sandwich. But we don't have to call him Hamilton. If you guys have a better name for him, please send me your name. We will name this. I'm going to try and find a place to put a tree back here so we can have a teeny tiny little tiki tree, and we can hang ornaments. I think I have a couple other tiki ornaments. So we will create a little tiki tree. A tree key. Is that too much? Might be too much. Just a touch too much. That's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. We'll be back here on Thursday. I might be related to him. And listen, ham sandwich, people shaped like ham sandwiches, people that like act like ham sandwiches. Those are my favorite people. Because shaped like a ham sandwich. So on Thursday, I thought about this. Now tell me what you guys think. Either Thursday or Saturday, we could do eggnog. I have a pretty gosh darn good eggnog recipe. I think we've done it before, but maybe it's time to sort of re-up our eggnogginess. Get some eggnog back in our life. Or else we could also, we could talk to Shawnee, who has a pretty good coquito. But honestly, I don't want to steal Shawnee's thing. If you want to learn about the coquito, I suggest going over to Sean Panabaker's. He posted on the After Hours, Dr. Cush's Exotic After Hours, which Bonbon calls after dark, which makes me laugh every time. Because after dark and after hours, I think mean two different things, but I like that she says it's after dark. It's the Dr. Cush Doctor After Hours over on Facebook. All you got to do, you got to know a code to get in there. You got to know who my assistant is. That assistant is Kyle. That's easy. And then, so I figured we would do, either follow Sean on Instagram or go over to that thing and find Sean's recipe. Otherwise, people are very excited about nog. So maybe we'll do a nog. Maybe we'll do a rum nog. Why not a rum nog, right? Just get a rum nog going. That'll either be, I'm going to decide how, I got to figure out how much time I'm going to need, whether I want you guys to sit and watch just eggs get cold for a little bit. If I do decide that, we'll do it on Saturday. Otherwise, we'll get that on Thursday. Yes, Dr. Cush's Exotic After Hours. That's what we got. Good night to Bootopia. Always a pleasure, my friend. Never a chore, Bootopia. And until Thursday, we'll either do a Nog Thursday or a Nog Saturday. Until then, thank you guys for showing up. And thank you to Thomas for making this delicious cocktail. Until next time, what do we always say?
Well, my mistake.
We're going to find out.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
And then we say,
Bye.
bye. Just real quick, I forgot to save the document that did put Tiki Court in the thing. So just know that Tiki Court is in the credits, but it didn't save. So sorry, Tiki Court. I'll have it ready for you by Thursday.